Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube. This is my new rebranding. I went from Warzone and I'm going to be doing DBD. This is really the game I enjoy playing. But yeah, this is my first out of many videos of Road to P100 Nemesis. This is my first game I'll be showing. And I'm on level 1, Prestige 0, as you can see right here. Yeah, I'm going to be just playing, showing my gameplay, telling you what I think and how I think, and if you have any tips, just let me know in the comments below. We spawn in on Nostromo Wreckage. Like I said, this is my first game of the Nemesis, so I'm not gonna be that good. I'm just trying to learn this skill set and get better. Trying to obviously get P100. That's this series. I walk by this gen. Doesn't really matter. That obviously no one's gonna be on that since I spawned right beside it. I started going to each gen. Obviously the middle one is kind of the same as that last one. There's not going to really be people on it, but this one, obviously it's other side of the map. There probably will be people on it. There is. And this will be a reoccurring thing throughout the game. But as you can see, I try to whip through something. You can't do that. I figured that out during this game, but I did not figure it out yet. Like at the point of this in the video. Those are pretty lucky hits. He's pretty far, so I'm surprised my whip went that far. I was just kind of this is my first interaction, right? So it's pretty lucky. I just keep chasing, catch her. I should have M1'd. I whipped for some reason. It's fine. I still catch up. Didn't lose that much distance. She's dodging it. That's something that you're gonna see as well throughout the video. I'm not really good. Everyone can kind of dodge my whips. That's something I have to get better at. Again, I try to whip through. Does not work. They get a gen immediately. So I can kind of take away from that there's at least 2 other people up there on that gen. I don't know how I don't break that, to be honest, probably because I didn't throw down fully. I break it. I walk through. I didn't lose too much distance. I try to cut her off here. She goes wider. So I lose quite a bit of distance, but she just dies from zombie. I whip her, get her infected, and then I go and pick up the Lara Croft. Do a little victory nod here. She tries to flashlight me, but since I shove my face in a wall, it doesn't work. That's one tip that you need to pick up. Even if you're new, to a killer or just new to the game, you need to, sorry about that, you need to shove your face in a wall to make sure they can't blind you, because that really impairs you and you can drop survivors if you're carrying them. I look back to make sure that I think it was another Lara Croft, but I looked back to see if they didn't go for a save. And then I go back to this gen, see there's not a lot of progress, so I don't kick it. I see her for my zombie, and I decide to go after her because, as you can see, she's moving towards there. This is somewhat kind of a little bit of map knowledge. I know there's a drop off there, and I know that she's gonna, what she was trying to do is go through and save her. She's trying to go wide. So I intercept her. She dodges my whip there. Do a little knot, a shake. Not needed, but I did it. I get her infected right there, and then I start chasing. They do another gen, so they pop 2 gens immediately. That's in mid-map though, so I can kind of patrol the outside. They're kind of spread out, so not a good thing. Wouldn't do that. In that situation, I should have M1'd again. Those are little things I can learn. I baited the pallet, and I do not know how I killed her with the whip. I still think she was up. I didn't kill her with the whip, by the way. Sorry, I messed up. But hit her. I don't know how I hit her through the whip. I grab her, and I take her to a hook. Easy. First hook. So I have 2 hooks, and they have 2 gens. That is not good for me. Make sure you don't do what I just did, because that is you're not necessary what I just did, but try to keep more pressure, and you need to make sure you need to try to have the gens close together so you can patrol all of them at once instead of having them spread out like this. This is the best kind of scenario for a survivor because I played really bad. I didn't patrol the middle, the middle gens that are all so close together, so now they have such a big opportunities to work on gens while I'm chasing or while I'm doing other things away from the map because there's so much space that I waste. As you can see there a little bit ago, I tried to whip through another rock. I cut her off here. I think she's gonna loop that. She doesn't. She just goes up into the spaceship. I follow through for the free M1. I was gonna go around. I just fault that. That's the best thing to do right there. You gain more distance. She's running. She's injured. She is infected. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she is infected. So, you know, I just have one whip and then she's dead. I keep following. I hear there's quite a bit of progress on that gen. I try to mind game her a little bit. Doesn't work. I try to whip through that again. Obviously, it doesn't work. She throws that down. I just go around. I whip that. That's like the max range. I pick her up. I take her and hook her. And, you know, that's second hook for her. So, it's pretty good for me. See that? A lot of people say that tunneling is a cheap or stupid way to play and it's not good. It is a way to play and it is a strategy to keep pressure and apply pressure. So if you're doing what I just did, that is good. You're putting more pressure on the surviving team and it enables them to take off gens to get off gens to obviously to go hooker, but like it also allows you to have less people on gens and less people like, cause a lot of the time it'll be like some people on gens and then it'll be one person that's running around, and that's kind of what it is. So if you have less people, obviously there's going to be less people on gens. That's just kind of what I was trying to say there. And Lara Croft went for a body block. She's not the best, as that's what I kind of picked up. She's good at dodging, but she has not a good body blocking, I guess. Other things she lacks, that's what I'm trying to say. But see through the zombie over there, so I thought she was gonna go for that gen, but she's coming towards me. She hits this little lever over here. Do not know what this is. She is full healed. She's not even infected. So I did chase this. I did a little mind game. I like pre-whipped and I got the pallet a little bit. So that was pretty big. I gained quite a bit of distance there. I keep chasing. I'm just full looping because she's doing a dumb loop. There's nothing to... There's no vaults, there's no pallets. She's just flat out flying down. I won a little mind game there. She panic, drops the pallet. I break the pallet. I hit her actually. Dang, I didn't... How did that hit? How did that even hit? So somehow I hit her instead of the pallet. I see Dwight. I hook her. And then I get a free down on Dwight because he's trying to save me. It's pretty good for me. And again, if you she tries to flashlight me, I did not. Like, it does not work. I did not know that, as you see, because I'm gonna try to chase her. It did not work. I just realized there that she didn't succeed at flashlighting me, or flashlight save. So I keep chasing. I keep running. I'm trying to get this Lara Croft because she's at second hook stage. She's on. If I hit her one time, she's dead. So I'm trying to find either Lara Crofts really. Just really keeps more pressure. That's who those are the two people that I'm gonna go for throughout this part of the match, because that really is gonna keep more pressure and it's gonna allow me to catch up because they're so ahead currently. See right here, I mean, I feel like I should have got that hit, but I still should have just M1. I M1 anyway there. I get her down, do a little shake of the head, and then she's dead, so she's out of the game. She doesn't really like this, you'll see at the end, but she gets pretty mad. I throw her up. She's gone. So yay for me. But that puts more pressure on the not enemy team, but that puts more pressure on the survivors. I go to check this gen over here, and it's really all about pressure. It's about, you know, keeping it so you're in the advantageous position. And like, I can see this gen running, but like, I'm trying to get her, obviously, the Lara Croft, because she's so ahead. And then instead, like, I'm talking about keeping pressure and getting the Lara Croft out of the game, but you still gotta like keep the gens at bay, because the whole goal for the enemies, for the survivors, is to pop all gens and then open the gate. So you can't just go for survivors. You gotta patrol gens. You gotta like stay on gens, and you gotta try to you know, delay their gen time and kill them in time. And also, a lot of new people, they'll run around the map just looking for survivors. I mean, pretty obviously you can just go to gens and there'll be people there. That's a little tip. I walk over to this gen. I decide to kick it because it's pretty good progress here. Like this. His tentacle is really good at breaking pallets, so you get a lot of extra blood point, and it creates dead zones, and it obviously creates control around the map, places where they can't loop, and you have the more advantageous position. I get a free hit on Dwight because he's not paying attention. I see Lara Croft. I kind of go for her. I see she's full healed, so yeah, that's a little lower for me. She's not injured anymore. I do accidentally hit my whip. I shouldn't have hit my whip. I should have just held it. I do an M1. You know, now she's injured again. I need one more whip to kill her. Dead. After getting a terrible. I think that's for me. But she body blocks. I get a hit on her. Now everybody is injured. So I follow. Except for the right one. But I follow the Lara Croft again because she's on death hook. So if I hit her one time, no matter if it's a whip or just an M1, she's still just gonna die. Again, I should have M1 there. It's close range. She can easily just weave out the way. I think she lagged here. A little victory. Again, they're still at 2 gens. She flashlight saves me. Well, she flashlight saves the Lara Croft, but she flashlight saves. That's good on her. I go chase her instead because. Which is not good. Let me just say that's not good. I shouldn't have chased her instead of Lara Croft because Lara Croft was at death hook and this lady has no damage. But as you see throughout the match, I start going for more like I patiently wait and I whip like after I know I'm not gonna miss, which is something that's really big with the Nemesis because a lot of people. I mean, this character has been out for so long now that a lot of people know how to weave and dodge his tentacles and his whips, so you can easily kind of it's like another mind game. Like on a loop, you can obviously trick them and you can win in that state, but for the whips it's the same thing, and you can like wait and then whip them when you have the advantage, and that really just helps because you gotta learn what they're doing, and it helps you get better, and it helps you obviously win that interaction. I go kick that gen because I need one more gen. I go over here, just kind of try to keep the gens back and figure out where people are. Because again, I'm looking for that Lara Croft to get her out the game. Go over here, see Lara Croft. I chase. I get the best. This map is like genuinely not a good map for the Nemesis, but this little area is because it's very streamlined and straight. Great for the tentacles, great for the whip. It's a great area in any map. No matter if you get a bad map for your character, there's always like little areas that is good for you. So you know, if you're trying to get better at Nemesis, I would try to recommend that, you know, using your whip, because in some situations you gotta use like melee M1, but in those areas I would definitely try to use your whip. So I was trying to see, because I thought they were just sitting on that one and like hiding in lockers and stuff. So I checked the locker. They popped the gen. I followed the footprints. I noticed that since they didn't get the Cheryl, I think her name is, they didn't get Cheryl before, she went from hook stage 0 to hook stage 2. So since I put her, because this is something that I forgot to mention, but when I downed her, I purposely put her on the opposite side of the map from the other 2 gens that they needed to pop to win. So now they have to go and get off the gen or do the entire gen and then get her. Or, you know, you either lose gen progress or she goes from hook stage 0 to hook stage 2. I was gonna originally chase Cheryl, but I see right over here, free M1, I slug him. She just gives away her position. You can kind of guess where she's going if you like know the map. So I follow her scratches. I originally think she's gonna go out to the right and then come back and save Dwight, but she goes straight. So I don't cut her off. I go straight after her. And you know, I see her. Kind of gets me in chase again. But she'll drop. Not one, sorry. But I think she's gonna mind game. She doesn't. She goes. I thought she was gonna go right again and try to swing back around to the other gate to try to save Dwight. She panic drops that. There's literally no need to do that except for losing like a millimeter distance. She goes to the worst part of the map, like one of the worst parts of the map for her. I just sit on my tentacle, you know, I get a free hit and it's like I can guarantee the hit. I got a sip of water there. I do little whips on her, little victory whips. She DCs, but I get her on the hook. And that's really like how you can see how I have the flaws and like how I also learn from them in real time mid game. You see she DC'd right there. But she's dead, and then I go back over to the other gate to check on Dwight and to kill Dwight. But yeah, I get a Mori on Dwight, by the way. I'll see you in a second. But yeah, this is really how I this is the first one, obviously. I'm gonna do a video about like documenting it, kind of sounds corny, but documenting my road to P100 on Skiller. So yeah, I'm excited to move forward with it, but that was kind of just in my mind how I did. Here's some salt from the enemy team. That's that first aircraft. And anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That was really fun to record, and I enjoyed editing. I didn't do a lot of cuts in the recording, but yeah, thanks guys. Have a good day. Peace.